Guys, the feeling is bliss when you are Wanderlust ready to enjoy the island of Zanzibar. Passports check, yellow fever card check, COVID test check. It's already afternoon. We are in Bagamoyo. The bus ride was smooth all throughout the journey, and for my travel, I decided to use the Takmit coach from South Coast Diani, where I was picked early morning 6 a.m., crossed over into Tanzania through the Lunga Lunga border and to Tanga, and my final destination was in Dar es Salaam, the city of Dar es Salaam. I arrived at the last bus stop in Kariakoo downtown. That's in Dar es Salaam. And from the bus stop, I crossed over the road to the first hotel just next to the Takmit bus stop, where I took my dinner. Their food was a mix of Swahili and English cuisine, and overall, it was a tasty and nice meal. The last ferry was in the evening. For me, I was very lucky to get the last ferry since most of the other ferries had already left and it was getting late. I was escorted to the ferry dock. I was received well, my bags were checked, and I boarded onto the ferry. It was a night ferry, and it takes at most 2 to 3 hours, but I had to wait for dawn while on the ferry. The inside look at the ferry is beautiful. I took my walks around outside and inside the ferry. It's a beautiful, beautiful experience. Just a tip while you are traveling to Zanzibar. Try and do an early booking when you first arrive in Dar es Salaam so that you don't miss the ferry. At around 6 a.m., the ferry docked at the Stone Town Harbour, and before my trip, I had checked on booking.com for some accommodation or hotels that are in Stone Town. Good thing my rider was very conversant with Stone Town accommodation places, and after a few checks, we found my ideal idea of an accommodation. Let's take a short tour of the place as I show you my room. The help of my rider, whom I had picked just after I dropped off from the ferry, we found the hotel but realized it was fully booked. So that's another tip. While you are traveling to any destination, try and look out and research for hotels that you can stay and that go together with your amount of money or what you would want to spend early in advance. You need to actually do an early booking before the trip or have 3 backup plans on the side. After a refreshed shower and getting dressed, I packed a few things and I was ready to leave and explore. There was no time to waste. I wanted to have a feel of Stone Town. I toured a few places, their town market and curio gallery place before going for the main birthday activity of the day. I was going to be spending my birthday treat at the Baraka Aquarium in Nungwi. So from Stone Town to Nungwi, one can use different kinds of transportation. They have the lorry that is their daladala. They call it daladala. And you can decide to use Alphard taxis. Their taxis are in the form of Alphards. Yeah, and then they have the main local buses. But it's a bit of a distance. It took like I think 2 hours. So I decided to use a motorbike because for me that is the easiest way of transportation around. If I don't know a new place, I don't know if it's possible to use an Uber. Yeah, and so that's another tip. If you're in a foreign place and you want to tour around and you don't know the place very well, I think if you can find a bike person to be with you all throughout, yeah, that works best. I prefer to use them to save on time and get a more personalized, adventurous trip. Guys, trust me when I say solo trips are also sweet and interesting. When you set your mind to enjoy yourself, you will have nothing short of enjoyment. Now let's watch how I spent the day with the turtles. Was created around a large natural tidal pool in the coral rock behind the beach. At the sanctuary, in a large natural lagoon, sea turtles are kept, which were rescued with injuries, medically treated, and released into the ocean again. Also, their turtle eggs are collected from beaches where, due to human pressure, their survival is at risk. The eggs are incubated inside the protected area of the sanctuary, and the baby turtles are kept in pools and released into the ocean once they reach a certain size. Turtles frequently nest on Nungwi Beach, and village volunteers now mark and monitor new nests. The resulting hatchlings are carried to small plastic basins and small concrete tanks at the aquarium where they remain for 10 months. By this time, they have grown to 10 inches and their chances of survival at sea are dramatically increased. One by one, these sea turtles are then released into the sea along with the largest turtle from the aquarium pool. The one remaining right now is baby turtles, and then added to the pool, ensuring a static population of 17 turtles. All species of sea turtles are endangered, and their population is constantly declining. Around 85% of all sea turtle deaths are caused by human intervention. This includes poaching for turtle meat, eggs, shells, and fins, which is also widespread in Tanzania. Also, gill nets and trolling nets for fishing are deadly traps for sea turtles. Heavy human construction activity along beaches and coasts for tourism purposes is often done without considering the needs of this sea turtle population. Plastic waste floating in the ocean is often swallowed by marine turtles, causing their death. Hawksbill turtles are not exempt and have traditionally been hunted around Zanzibar for their attractive shells and green turtles for their meat. In 1993, with encouragement and assistance from various conservation bodies and some dedicated marine biologists, the local community opened an aquarium. And the aquarium is the Vacay Aquarium. After a beautiful, satisfying day spent with the turtles, I got back to Stone Town with the help of my rider and to my hotel. I prepared, dressed up for my evening birthday outing, and within no time, I was out and ready to experience the famous Forodhani food market by night. The same place Lupita Nyong'o was up to the challenge and jumped off the cliff into the water with the Zanzibar boys. How cool is that? The Zanzibar nights are lit and the food is in plenty with an array of delicacies to try. I decided to try the mkate wa mayai. Generation Z would say ilikuwa ina slap. This slang is used to mean it was tasty. During my visit there, it was on a Maulidi festival, so the crowds were large outside. I also decided to sample the Cape Town Fish Market restaurant, and my expectations were over and above well met. The music, food, mocktails, salads, and their milkshake was delectable. By the time I was through with dinner, I had overfed. Feeling satisfied with the outdoor, I wanted to go and rest after a successful birthday. I got back to the hotel ready to sleep, and when I got back to my room, voila, I found a surprise birthday cake waiting for me. It was an awe moment. The hotel was so sweet and kind to have baked and remembered my birthday. This brought full contentment and summed my Zanzi trip. Thanks again to Kilua Inn. Imagine I even dressed up for it. The following morning, I didn't feel like leaving. I was like, Mommy, it's over. But as I was leaving, I felt blessed and graced to have enjoyed my stay there. I rode with my bike guide to the Abeid Karume airport to check if I would catch an afternoon flight back to Mombasa. I was on time, but it was fully booked already. So I decided to rush to Zanzibar ferry ticket place to try and catch the ferry before afternoon. And luckily, I was able to find the ferry. Follow through the journey as I get back to Dar es Salaam and to Mombasa. Thanks for watching. Until next time, on the next episode of my travel. Bye.